Simon Fielder. Hopefully the weather gang are coming in to pad out. There's not many people down here this morning,
They should be coming to join us. I think they're over this side.
Normally we get a right crowd down here, but today... Where's Fielder? He knows I need
I'm going to go and look for him.
Fielder,
oh, he's here!
Because don't tell them how much it costs, Simon. Come in, Simon. I don't normally do this, I know, but Simon, just show them what you bought. Yes, don't just
what
think.
Did you buy?
How much did this? Have a look. I don't know if we can go in on the camera. We've got a mic. I've got a mic. I'll mic it up, Foxy. Okay. Are you ready? Go on. Now show it the big deal thing.
All right.
What is it?
Can you get a camera?
It's twofold. First off, it's quite an exciting watch action.
Okay, it's a watch action.
Sliding across there.
Okay, I don't know if you can get that on the camera if that's really dull.
You
Not really, no.
On it.
But just do it. It actually plays techno. Go on.
Are you ready?
Yeah. And look, there's someone dancing to these. Look, they dance.
And you can scratch.
Can I just say?
You can scratch. Go on, scratch.
Did you pay a lot of money for that?
Now, do you know how much you paid for it?
What?
20 quid. Go on, tell them.
$3.99.
$3.99. I knew. Yeah, I was impressed. And that's it.
Yes, but
now go.
How many did you buy? Perhaps you got it cheaper because you bought them in bulk.
How many did you buy?
Just bought the one.
Just bought the one. $3.99. Thank you very much, Simon Fielder, ladies and gentlemen. Because Simon Fielder was a weatherman with a secret, a magic watch. Sure, I can hear a cry, ladies and gentlemen.
Read all about it.
Back off.
Read all about it.
Back off. OK, let's take a look at The Guardian. Anger as Haig is accused of playing the race card. William Hague blames the McPherson report into the murder of Stephen Lawrence for a collapse in police morale. Let's move through to The Sun, which is being held by Paul Zenon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying it's a very, very slow news day, but Wassy flashes his What's-It. The TV funny man who can't pronounce his R's, as they always say, unzips his flies after he's hit in the groin by a flying clay pigeon. On this, they think it's all over, and he showed his thingamajig.
I've actually got
Ian
mine
Wright.
out behind this. That's how it's staying up by
That's how it's
itself.
staying out. That's how you're keeping it so rigid.
Welcome
Paul,
to my
you got a
world
trick
of
for us
illusion.
at this stage, just to excite the readers for later.
Quick trick, right? Okay, lipstick.
Yes.
Okay, this lipstick has not been tested on animals, so we'll sort that out now. There we go. Gorgeous. Right, what you do, get your lipstick, put a little fake zit on the end of your nose, right?
Yes.
Go into your local burger restaurant. First thing that'll happen is they'll offer you a job. Don't take it until they offer at least 50p an hour. Get behind the counter, and then as your first customer comes in, notice the zit in the mirror. OK, so you go, hello, can I... sorry, can I... oh! Oh! You got it.
Paul Zenon, ladies and gentlemen. It's very rare I see my producer mouth the word repulsive. Hey, can I just see you mouth that word again? Thank you very much indeed, Ed. That was lovely. It's a lovely little creamer, and Paul will be unveiling how to do that trick a little bit later. OK, let's go to the Daily Star, which Harry, our resident jazzer, he busted the phrase function band this morning, which I loved. I love the way jazzers will go to the lengths they'll go to avoid saying, I play weddings. Function band.
Bread and butter, Johnny.
What's your headline there? Come back and pay your bill. President Clinton does a runner from a West London pub. Yeah. Without paying for prawns, pate and club sandwich, washed down with lager and a Coke. It was at Portobello Gold this happened,
yeah.
One of your haunts?
Yeah, this is one of my haunts, yeah.
Double camera action for Linton as he talks about drinking. Do you know what? I think we should probably get in there, in a weird half get in there, because we're going to go over to Richard Bacon, our old mate, the stalwart.
We've got a local newspaper.
We've got a local newspaper. What have we got there, Rich?
Yeah, we have. It's a Newmarket Journal. I was going to go inside. The headline there is BT mast won't give up the fight. That's campaigners. Good news for them. Foam mast may well now be built elsewhere. That's a tad dull. However, we go inside. We found a nice letter from a lady putting out an appeal locally. I thought it might be nice to extend it nationally. It's just here, isn't it? Here's the letter. I wonder if any other readers have daffodils in flower. I have 3 in my garden, which have been in flower since December the 6th. That's Mrs. J. Booker. So I thought we may extend that. That's the story in the Newmarket Journal.
Yes, thank you very much, Rich. That's certainly pretty weighty stuff. If you can beat that daffodil, or perhaps you've got a tulip that's out already, I don't know, or maybe even some crocuses. Hyacinths as well. They can be particularly robust at this time of year. 0208 985 all the ones. 0208 985 all the twos.
if you found a disco watch for less than £3.99?
Less than we found a disco watch that you can scratch on.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. You can't beat £3.99. But if you can get more than 20 lighters for a quid, I'd like to hear from you. I don't know why lighters, they used to cost loads when I was a child. Suddenly they all went down in price. I don't know what happened. If you can explain that mystery to me, I'd like to hear about that. Ed has only ever given me one gardening tip in my life before. I was quite impressed about my roses. He says, what did he say? When pruning roses, do it with a scythe.
Yes.
Fantastic tip, Ed. Thanks very much for that. John,
OK,
now
let's
I
get
am
in
fully...
there.
I'm not saying it's a quiet news day. Stroke victim Gordon Mace can't use his left hand. Oh, dear. But that hasn't stopped him making a magnificent model of Tewkesbury Abbey from 58,000 matches. Oh, yes. The Sun has done a very good appeal. This is the sort of thing I love. For real life, Jim Royal, super slobs. I'll show you. Well, this is the winner. He's outstanding. No, this is the second placer. That's good.
This is second place.
Yeah, you got. I think there's TV page at feet. I like to think that's been edited out there. Also, there's a hint of cigarettes there in his tired hands. Loving that.
Trousers
undone. Good effort. Number one, though, he is super. Look at him. What I particularly liked about this, I love a good trouser line. That's lovely. It's almost like big pants. I love just how...
Huge pants.
Just big pants. But what I like is this... The cat there. Cats only crash out on objects or things they know are going to be warm and stationary for a good amount of time. They are creatures of habit. That cat... That almost looks like it's basket there. It's so used to that, doesn't it? So I'm going to give that man... His real name is Jim Jeffries. Jim Jeffries, he says, we both watch a lot of telly. Jim enjoys a scotch. He's not a big drinker, although he would be if we could afford it. OK, let's give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Good old Jim. I'm moving through quite quickly. They did a little thing on Vibe FM. Which is, I gather, is in Bury St Edmunds, Suffolk.
Vibe FM.
Vibe FM. And they did a little joke. Each day they do a pun for the days of Christmas, and this was 6 geezers lying instead of 6 geese laying. And they got this guy to call up his boss for a joke and say he couldn't come into work because he was going to be sick. And his boss just said, "You're sacked." And everyone was going, huh, and then she just put the phone down. And then the people at Vibe FM called back and said, no, it's part of a joke here. And actually, Vibe FM, she's like, I don't care what it is, he's sacked. Can you imagine? No, you don't understand, this is Vibe FM, mate. It's a bit of a joke. We don't want a fella to lose his job over this, mate. He's sacked. Also, if your presents don't arrive this year, more trouble for Railtrack. Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Is it still stored? Yes, it is. The train, please. Look at that. Oh, no. Santa's train derailed. More trouble. More trouble for Prezza. If your Prezzas are late, blame Prezza. Also, a lewd email was sent round. And it's... Well, I'll read you the story. It's quite... you'll be the judge whether it's an interesting story, but 5 lawyers at a leading city firm faced disciplinary action over a lewd email. Just shows that the e-culture we live in. It was sent... this guy, Bradley Chait, was sent an email containing a joke about a sperm bank from an apparently close friend called Claire Swire. Cute, Mr Chait replied innocently. A minute later, Miss Swire responded, graphically recounting her satisfaction at their recent intimate encounter. So he's forwarded it to his mates, because it's such a lewd email she sent. He says, now that's a nice compliment from a lass, isn't it? About whatever she wrote, which I think must have been pretty fruity. 3 minutes later, one of his friends sent the message to a further 11 people, this same message, with the comment, beggars belief. I feel honour-bound to circulate this. The email spread collecting comments such as, one of the best emails I've seen in yonks, hunt her down. By the end of the day, thousands of people received it. Within 24 hours, millions had read it, including employees in a large city firm. Just shows you how news spreads. A frisky 94-year-old is getting divorced from his wife. He's 94 years old, she's 52. The man said the marriage broke down because he wanted too much sex.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
He's 94.
94 years old, still banging away. Prince William is merely the latest high-profile... This is straight to the point, my last one today on a week paper day. Prince William is merely the latest high-profile royal to be used in their game of toadying to the public to keep their gravy train rattling along. Miss McDonough might have the hots for the lad, but it doesn't mean the rest of us have. And that's from William Marshall. Just to re-emphasise, William Marshall does not have a crush on Prince William. Do you know what? It's time for the pun of the week, ladies and gentlemen. jets
all you
out
groove
there.
jets out there.
Do you know, I had to turn over
And the
during that
young
bit.
prince dances to disco beats.
I had to actually turn over the programme that time there because I was so like, oh, it's like watching your parents dance. From Wednesday's Sun, car manufacturing Luton is all over, is all but over. Pun says, the big end. Number 2, from Wednesday's Sun, excessive Christmas lighting infuriates neighbours. What do you think of people who have excessive Christmas lighting on their house? Do you think it's...
I think it's hilarious.
Do you think it's hilarious? I'm always a little bit suspicious of people like that. I really am. It's sort of trying to say, hey, we're fun a bit too much. You know
Well, it's
what I
good
mean?
if it's your neighbour, because if you go out and have a drink in the dark, you can find exactly where you live.
Yes, that's true, yeah. I think for me it's gingerbread house syndrome. It's Hansel and Gretel syndrome there, quite strongly. From yesterday's Sun, anyway, the pun says, there glows the neighbourhood. It's OK, let's
But
go.
it's not number 1.
It's not number 1. Denise, let's move to our number 1 pun in the nation position. Let's move over. You all right, gang? Quiet morning down here this morning. Normally it's a bit more rowdy than that.
There's been some heavy petting in that corner.
There's been some heavy...
Heavy petting.
No running, spitting, shouting,
Or
bombing,
heavy
or heavy
petting.
petting. You know that.
Vix.
Hello.
Vix.
Oh, look at this rack. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Is it raining now?
Not yet. We'll be later.
It will be.
This is just wet, look, huh? Is that real snakeskin?
It is.
No, it's not. She wouldn't do that.
No.
She's a nice girl.
It's plastic.
It is real snakeskin, I can feel it. It's actual real snakeskin, that's illegal.
Do you know what? It's Return of the Mac.
OK, from Sunday's Sun, a man sculpts New York's most famous landscape out of pork scratchings.
Why not?
The pun says... Go on. Statue of Liberty. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, those were the tremendous papers and puns. Denise, what's happening after the break?
OK, coming up after the break, we'll be chatting to Paul Zennon. But right now, this is Channel 4, and you're watching The Big Breakfast.